Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Stock Trades. How's everyone doing today? All right, so this is going to be an updated video regarding Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. Now, a lot of folks on this channel already know this company, but for folks that haven't seen the video update for me in a while, just know that I have been slowly keeping track of the progress of the company. Now, if you don't recall, back on January 15, 2023, so pretty much approximately a year and a half ago, I made a video titled Palantir's 2023 Outlook because I made it in the beginning of 2023. And I went ahead and I set a price target. And I said, if it was to grow at this level, what could be the top or near the top of Palantir at the rate of where it's at the point of 2023? And you can see the price bull case is $49.50, right? Now, if we were to go ahead and look at January 15, 2023, not 4, 3, let's see what the stock price was. So January, again, let's look at the date again, 15, 2023, okay? So by going here and going to January, so 15 was on the weekend, so we'll just take 13. The stock was trading at $6.96. And we were saying this thing can go up to $49, okay? Now, if we were to have followed the success of this pick, we can go ahead and go all the way up here to calculate the return. And overall it's a 5-bagger, 516%. And if you go all the way to the top here, 525%. So a lot of folks are saying, Al, you did really good on Clover. You caught that, and that thing's up 500%. And that's as recent, six months. You did good in SoFi, where you pulled it out in beginning of August, and it's up 67%, and you calculate the value. But what about Palantir? Did you do anything with Palantir? Well, here's written proof documented on YouTube. Sadly, we only got 1,300 views. But again, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Usually the people that try to sell to get rich quick, get the most views, and the people that actually do 44-minute long due diligent videos, they tend to not get a lot. That's fine, right? But the individuals that have taken advantage of this and bought Palantir at around January 15, 2023, they went ahead and 5x their money in less than 2 years. And you can see the power of the intrinsic value calculation, right? You can see the powers of this. This is exactly what Wall Street uses. You can go get a Bloomberg terminal and pay $2,400 a month, or you could just go ahead and use our lifetime access coupon code and be able to basically get rich and change your life. So if you were to go ahead and take a look at this article, it's kind of funny because we kind of see all the top stocks like nvidia, Tesla, and then they go ahead and toss in Palantir. And interestingly, now Clover Health is being tossed on this as well. So the overall, and it's funny because these were the companies that we've been talking about. And obviously there's more, which is part of the Al Stock Trades platform with inside of the paid stock terminal. But it's just interesting that, it's just, how do I say this? But like the times have changed, right? And we're starting to get this, right? So let's see here. Sup, what's going on, Keith? What's going on, Greg? Congrats on your picks. But what say you about this inflated market? What is over a yes. Very good question. So the question now is Palantir overvalued? Has it overstretched? Am I buying more? Well, the answer to the question is I'm not buying more Palantir right now, okay? I need to do more due diligence, but you're starting to see a lot of billionaire, especially in Israel here, they're selling some of their stake in Palantir. It's growing around 27%, right? But to answer that question, we need to whip out our intrinsic value, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to whip out the intrinsic value offline, okay? And I'm going to calculate it offline. But if I was to, let's see, if we were to open up let's look at the projection here just to kind of see what the momentum is for going over Palantir. Yeah, so it definitely thinks it's going to go higher. Let's open up the Wall Street here, PLTR, really quickly. Let's just look at the financial sheet real quick. Because what we'll do is we'll make an updated video the thing is, okay, I'll explain why I'm hesitant of doing one right now, because it's going to require a lot of finesse. So if you look at, yeah, you see here the free cash flow is 696, right? And if you look at our intrinsics, the free cash flow was 300. Yes, the growth rate was high, but the free cash flow was 321. So we're being very conservative with the free cash flow. But if you look at the free cash flow now, it's 696. So let's look at the growth rate overall. So I mean, we could just do a quick one right now, but because the question is, I don't know if it's overvalued or not, right? We'll do a quick one, but I by no means say this is inaccurate, because this is going to require about 40 minutes of me doing due diligence, which unfortunately I don't have the time to do it on YouTube right now, which is pretty much took around the same time to make this video here on average, right? So very quickly, we could just open up the free cash flow here. We put in 696. So we'll just toss in 696 here. We'll go 10 years into the future. We'll grow them. It's not going to grow 45%. I mean, I don't think it's going to do that. But what we'll do is we'll calculate the growth rate here. So where's the revenue? So it's at the 2479. So put 2479 for 2024. Okay. We'll do 2024, and then we'll go ahead and revenue. We'll do 2021, right? 1542. Okay. So 17%. Yeah, we'll give it that, but I think it's gonna be a little higher. And the shares, we'll say 2415. 2415. So we go ahead and do this, and we get this. Now, obviously, they're growing more with this here Palantir. So they're growing 2715, right? 27.15. Okay, we'll put that there. So we got $22.61. So, I would say this is most likely the fair value of Palantir. But if we were to grow it, it has, of how we set it, 48%, which is what they were growing back in the day, right? We'll type in 48%. Then we could see Palantir at $92, right? So that could be the ultimate cap, right? If they get to that 48%. Now, if they can do a Tesla maneuver and go over that 48% and grow 55%, 60%, then of course it's going to be higher. But overall, right now, based off of where they're growing, and let's just assume, let's do like 30%, which is higher than their 27%, which is hard. That's around 27%. That's $27. So I would say, if I, again, let me show you. I'm just like, what? Press this here. Wow. Intrinsic value calculation graph. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So again, if I was to practice what I was to preach, and let's just kind of stick this here, go here. When Palantir was trading at $7 and the intrinsics were higher, I would say yes. But now we're getting to a point where Palantir is trading above its intrinsic value. The question is it purposeful? Are they going to grow more in revenue? Are they going to increase in the growth rate to 48%? I mean, to justify a 48% growth, they would have to grow, let's see, 35%, 36%, 36%. So in order for Palantir to get to that $42 stock price, which is what it's trading at right now, they would need to grow at 36%. Now, the market may anticipate this, and then they may even go 40%, which is higher, right? But overall, right now, if I was to practice, value investing, I would basically start cutting my position. But I won't cut my position like this billionaire is doing, right? Billionaire sold 59% stake of Palantir, and right. So you're seeing a lot of individuals selling, right? And again, I'm teaching you guys, exactly what the inside of these billionaires, right? So what I would be doing, in fact, that's what I'm doing now, to be honest. But I'm going ahead and I'm making around 52% annualized, right? So I'm making around 52% based off of the most recent 1 week call option at $45 at 45 cents per contract expiring next Friday. So I'm making approximately around 4.3%. What is it per week or something? So, you know, in some parts of the portfolio, we're making a good decent amount. So what I'm doing is I'm selling covered calls right now. And if the covered calls get out, you know, let's say if the strike price gets out of the money, and let's say, for example, Palantir goes to 47, 48, that's fine. I'll just reverse it. I'll start doing cash secured puts. But to be quite honest with you, I'd kind of be uncomfortable doing cash secured puts at 45. I probably might do them a little less, right? Again, not financial advice. I'm just, you know, these are the questions that I'm asking myself, because as of right now, I think it is overvalued. I need to do more due diligence, because this thing can go to 90 if they do go to 48% growth rate. But I need to do more due diligence. As of right now, it's not reality. They're growing 27%. But if you don't recall, back in the day, many people thought that Palantir would never even have a growth rate of revenue of 25%, but now they're doing 27%. So they are accelerating, and everyone knows Palantir now, and it's not just some meme stock that's backed, right? You know, and the overall dynamics of Palantir shifted. It just basically was included in the S&P 500, right? So don't doubt the company, right? So there's that, right? So that's kind of what I have to say there. But I'm very proud of our call. I mean, heck, guys, right? We went ahead and called this company out on January 15, 2023 at $6.50, even less, right? And Palantir shot up 500%. Now, again, that's over a 1.5-year period. What's even more impressive is Clover, which no one talked about, to a point where if you look at Google Images, all you see is my pictures. I was the only person calling this out. And this thing went ahead and is up 535% in 6 months. So obviously, when you have somebody who's consistently making 5 baggers and 10 baggers, and if you go ahead and Google the person's name and they wrote a book saying how to find the 10 bagger, you know, how to find the next 10 bagger. I mean, maybe I might start to think for yourself and say, well, maybe this guy basically has a method that the rich don't want the poor to know. And maybe I should start paying a little bit more attention, right? And to all the individuals that have joined our platform, Main Street, one-word coupon code, $600 off, congratulations, right? We're glad to have you. It's just you're not integrating yourself in the stock terminal. Please go use a stock terminal integration site to get into the stock terminal, because you have lifetime access. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, right? So take advantage of this, integrate, because you're missing out on all this data that you could basically make money on, right? We'll talk a little bit more about the method overall, but we're just using the revenue method. We could use the net income method too, but I don't think it's growing as much as the revenue method. Let me just kind of do a little quick snapshot here. Well, yeah, I mean, it is actually growing pretty damn well, 50%. So good point. So if you look at the intrinsic value here, we actually calculate the growth rate based off of net income. But again, the only problem is the net income growth rate is off of just 1 year, right? We're looking at net income 210 to 400. That almost seems like a double, which is why Palantir is going up, right? It's increasing because they're damn good. I mean, just look at their gross profit ratio. It's over 80%. I mean, they're just literally like a freaking cash cow machine, right? So the evaluations may be justified from this perspective, but I would need at least, you know, and that's what Wall Street's waiting for, 3 to 4 years of this, right? So we'll continue monitoring. That's why I said, you know, potentially this could go to 90, right, in the next 5 years. But the problem is they need to grow and continuously grow at a 45% growth rate, which they're not right now, but they are in the net income side. So this is where we start getting a little bit tricky, which is why I like to mix cash secured puts and covered calls into the mix, so I can squeeze as much as I can out of Palantir. Okay. So again, we'll get to that later in the section 3 part of the course. But, you know, I'm very happy making a 5 bagger, right? I mean, that's pretty damn good, right? 5 bagger in a year and a half. I mean, go find me somebody on Wall Street. Go find me someone making that, right? It's usually reserved for the elites, right? But now that we have YouTube and social media, we're able to basically showcase our research, and as you, the consumer watching the video, you can look at the year stamps and you can see that, hey, this is legit. This works. But yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna go to the gym. I just wanted to drop this video to kind of have a full, because again, it's been a while since I've been able to do an update. I would want to do a better update, but I need an hour of due diligence, right? I haven't had the time to really get into the nitty gritty. But overall, this is a great update for Palantir. We called it out. We did great. And yeah, I mean, you know, the proof is in the pudding. Ladies and gentlemen, very excited for what's to come in the future. And, you know, the election's coming. Lots of great things are coming right now. And I'm looking forward to the future, right? And holy moly, you know, for folks that are watching, definitely hit the subscribe button because, you know, we're about to break 9,000 subscribers soon. That's really cool. I mean, you know, for our channel, a very small channel, I'm an academic. So, I mean, you know, usually academics, we're okay speaking into in a room of 4 or 5 people and be happy with it for our science presentations. But, you know, let alone, you know, 9,000 subscribers, that's 9,000 souls around the world hitting the subscribe button. So, you know, hey, thank you for, you know, all your support, guys. So that's really great. So I appreciate everything, and I'll see you on the next one.